talking about the Fightins here. The Fightins.
Swing and a drive, left field. It's gone. It's gone. It is bedlam at the bank.
The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball.
Podcast right here. You already know. Go fucking subscribe.
You are now listening to the 302 Birds Phillies postgame show with KJ McCoy, Ballpark Tommy, Dalton, and Fratty. Proudly powered by TickPick. Check out the link in the bio for $10 off your first order today. Let's take it to the show.
Man, oh man, what a tough break. But glad to see 20 of you guys in here. That's like the glass is half full. It's been a minute since we've seen you guys. A lot more people than I expected would be here. Taking the late night shift with me, Mac, and Fratty. And unfortunately, the Phillies couldn't make the late night shift that much sweeter. But we're here. I just want to say, before we start, I want to apologize a little bit for our lack of normalcy, I'll say. So we've had a crazy past 4 weeks specifically, I would say. We had Ashley's wedding out in Chicago. That was a ton of fun. Unfortunately, my dog passed away, and then 4th of July the week after. So it's been kind of chaos around here on the Phillies postgame show. I wanted to start by apologizing for that. I wanted to thank you guys who have been rocking out with us from the start and who are here like, hey, you know what? Win or lose, we're going to come support you guys, and we're going to vent. We're going to complain. We're going to, rejoice. Whatever is going on with the Phillies, we're going to do it together on this show. But I just wanted to thank you guys for rocking with us and let you guys know to expect a little bit more normalcy around here now that we're kind of through that wave. And yeah, we'll do our best. But boy, oh boy, that was not a pretty game tonight. Phillies lose to the San Francisco Giants with a final score of 3-1. And Mac, I'll let you take it first. The umpire might need to borrow some of my or Squints' glasses, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he just looked awful today. I mean, even after the game, McCarthy was even saying that this umpire just couldn't get anything right. And, usually the commentators don't really say anything about that. They usually don't comment on those kind of things. But when you have your play-by-play announcer who also does games for other sports as well, like he does football, he does basketball as well, and Tom McCarthy saying that, then that's a problem. It definitely is a problem. So, that umpire definitely, I don't know if he had money line on the Giants or something like that. I don't know what he had, but it seemed a little fishy to me. So it definitely seemed fishy, and it just seemed like some of the calls were just idiotic for sure. They definitely were.
Yeah. Definitely felt questionable with some of those calls. And like you said, anytime that Tom McCarthy or any kind of commentator is saying things like that, I think the umpire ought to do a real hard look in the mirror. Fratty, what were your thoughts on the ump tonight?
Oh, man, he was horrible, very horrible tonight. I think he was living in the Eastern Standard Time zone like we are, because I think he fell asleep. He's like, oh yeah, we're living in the East. Let's just not take it to the West. Let's just keep it East. Let's mess over the Phillies and let's just make the Giants win the big game. And that's what I'll just call him. I don't even want to say his name. Anonymous umpire, falling asleep, and I have nothing much to say because it's like 12:37 at night with the umpire because he's disgusting. Whoever this man is.
It was also a really slowly paced game. I love the analogy there, too, about East Coast time, Fratty. I thought that was gold. But, yeah, it's got to be a wake-up call for the manager of, hey, I might need to do some hard looking in the mirror because the game I called tonight was not even close to subpar. It was horrendous. And the Phillies deserve better as a team. Not saying that they didn't have self-inflicted wounds, right? 0 for 24, as they were saying, with runners in scoring position is freaking treacherous. So you can't expect to win games with that. But it did feel like the team almost had the win sort of later in the game. They gave up the 2 runs. I guess it was in the 8th, but it felt like a wasted performance from Cristopher Sánchez. And I feel like we're having a lot of these lately where our pitching, specifically over the last month, has been lights out. Like really good, doing what it's supposed to be doing their job. Now there's a couple slip-ups here and there, whatever, but the Phillies pitching is in a good spot right now. It's the bats, the batting that has been the issue. So if this offense can figure out how to put it together, we're not going to have any more of these freaking lower thirds that say wasted performance, that are upset, depressing, things like that. So the offense has really got to figure out, how do we start clicking along? Because we are in mid-July now, guys. Well, we're about to be in mid-July in a week. But my point is, it is flying by. And before we know it, it's going to be playoff baseball. And you can't have these wasted performances when players like Cristopher Sánchez are balling out.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely disappointing to see the Phils get the loss like that, with Sanchez having such a stellar night. I mean, going over there on the West Coast, showing that he can still do it. I mean, no matter what coast he's on. I mean, it just shows that he should have maybe been an all-star as well. He should have definitely been voted as an all-star, but he was snubbed as well. But he's been dominant as heck. He really has been. And it just sucks that this team has not been dominant with the bats. The bats have not been alive. And it's really it's really killing it because right now, I believe, if I'm not wrong right now, Fratty, are the Mets above us right now in the NL East?
They're only a game, believe it or not, they're only a game behind us right now.
Okay. But they're catching up, though. They're catching up. So I feel like right now, with us and the Mets, it's like 2 dogs fighting over like a bone or something, or that they're on one of those chew toys or whatever, and they're just doing that. So that's what it seems like us with the Mets. It's just back and forth. There's like a seesaw kind of thing. So it really sucks to see these performances getting wasted. And I know we just had a crazy performance by Zach Wheeler yesterday, which was insane. And I mean, it was a very Roy Halladay-like performance. He was like literally one hit away from having a perfect game, and that would have been insane. But one of our former teammates in Austin Hayes had to hit that absolute dinger right on him. So that was just unfortunate. But yeah, it just sucks because a lot of these pitching performances that have been stellar, like Rangers had a couple times, but then obviously the defense is kind of screwed up. Then also, I mean, the bats are not waking up as well. So it just sucks because a lot of it's just getting really deflected by these mistakes for sure.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that this team needs to fix. Fratty, what are your thoughts on it?
I mean, once again, this is happening far too much on the road the last couple of weeks. I know against Houston, all 3 times we scored one. We got shut out twice. We scored a run. Then we go, I think in Atlanta, there was a game we only scored I think it might have been a single run that we scored in Atlanta, if I'm correct. And this is like the 5th road game dating back to late last month that we only scored one run or less. I don't know what's up with that. I also don't know what's up with us being so horrible in San Francisco. But it's just a shame that we keep wasting these outings. And I'll tell you one thing: when we're playing against good teams on the road, we can't choke come Red October. We cannot choke. We cannot choke like this at home because it's a concern that if our offense of bats fall asleep on the road like it did tonight, then we're not going to go anywhere. And that's a big concern to me. Because it seems like against the winning teams lately on the road, like the Astros, which we got swept, and now the Giants, seem like we can't win. And Braves, I know we won a series in Atlanta, but the Braves are not a winning team. So,
Friday, do you think that this team could have been jet lagged? Like, do you think with what we saw tonight, do you think they were definitely jet lagged? Because honestly, they just got right on a flight from Philly. They just played the Reds yesterday. And then they just said, all right, after we win, all right, you guys got to go all the way to San Francisco now. And that's not an easy flight. At least it's like a 6-hour flight. I could be wrong. Maybe like 8 hours. I have no idea. I've been to LA, but I mean, don't get mad at me, Californians over there. But I know this for a fact that San Fran is nowhere near Los Angeles. So just bear with me. I know that. So, but we've been to LA, me and Dalton have, so we don't know we just know that's like 8 hours or 6 hours distance from each other. So, but I don't know the distance. So,
yeah, KJ, just get off your point. I'm here. One thing I'm going to admit this right now. I think starting next year or in the future, I think Major League Baseball needs to make a rule that if you play on the West Coast, you should get a day off on that Monday. I mean, why are we in California? We play Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We're off Thursday when we only have to go to San Diego. Like whoever makes these schedules, it don't make sense to me. It don't make sense. Why do we have off? Why didn't we have off tonight? Why get another Monday off again and then just play Tuesday to Sunday? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I like that idea, but that's actually a perfect transition into our final segment of the night. Brought to you by Nick's Pizza. If you guys haven't, check out Nick's Pizza, the best place to get your pizza locally right here in Wilmington, Delaware. It's amazing. I'm going to be going there, I think, Wednesday or Thursday this week to go try out that new chicken cutlet. But let's take it to Fratty's Corner.
Yo, Fratty, give him the business. Only in South Philly. Only at Fratty's Corner. It's Fratty's Corner.
Give him the business.
Well, I guess tonight was just, like I said, it was horrible performance tonight. The fact of the matter is that we are somehow, some way, still ahead of the Mets in the NL East due to their lack of impulsive performances. They could be well ahead of us in first place, but like KJ said about the chew toy, that's right. And another thing too, I want to see what happens the rest of the season going down the road. I mean, we got the All-Star break coming up next week. We'll get it more into the All-Stars coming up. What's the name? Trey Turner. Give credit. At least he rakes, has the business to rake. Like I said about the All-Star snub and the Fanatic Sports Show tonight. I'm surprised. I was shocked to see he wasn't in the All-Star game. I know everybody who's watching will dive more deeper into that later in the week, right before the All-Star break. But overall, wasn't really happy about tonight. Tomorrow, or I should say later today, Eastern Standard Time, is a new day. We get our sleeping bags out again tomorrow night. I guess we'll see how long tomorrow's game lasts. If also, yeah, guys, if none of us fall asleep tomorrow night, you'll see us all tomorrow with another quick show. So anyway, yep, that's it.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head, Frat. We're going to do our best to be live tomorrow, but this is kind of a weird schedule, but we will definitely be live on Wednesday. Thank you, Fratty, for Fratty's Corner. Thank you to Mac for staying up late being here.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you to Fratty for staying up being
Yeah.
here, as Mac saying we need the Mr. Bean toothpicks, right, Mac?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We need them for sure. I mean, especially to stay up for this. So, but thank you guys for listening. We really appreciate it.
As KJ said, we appreciate you guys. If you haven't, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. All those little things really help out the channel a ton. And we hope you guys all have a great night. See you tomorrow or Wednesday if not. Go Phils.
The Fightins.
swing and a drive, left field. It's gone! And it is gone! It is bedlam at the bank!
The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball.
Podcast right here. You already know. Go fucking subscribe.
You are now listening to the 302 Birds Phillies postgame show with KJ McCoy, Ballpark Tommy, Dalton, and Fratty. Proudly powered by TickPick.